Next, we have SpecOps. Now, SpecOps' first perk is Backstab. It reduces the cooldown of Silent Takedown by 1 and adds +2 bonus damage for combat knives. Now, for everyone wondering what any of these are items added through his Stealth Overhaul mod. Silent Takedown you get from having the Stealth Knife, and pretty much you activate it, it gives you a chance of killing enemies and that enemy's not noticing you're there. Now, most of the time it has a cooldown of I think 3 turns. This reduces it to 2 turns. Is really good for stealth gameplay. And combat knives are pretty much stealth knives except without stealth. So it gives combat knives more damage. Now, sadly, I wouldn't use combat knives due to the fact that combat knives, they're not like swords where, oh, I slashed an enemy, or you can't run up to an enemy. Combat knives are purely for anybody who gets point blank range. Oh, stab. If you're not going to get point blank range, it doesn't have like a slash ability. You actually have to be right up next to him. So, Knife Juggler. +1 bonus damage for throwing knives and +10 aim with throwing knives. And provides an additional charge for throwing knives. Now, again, throwing knives are one of the stealth weapons as well. And I would definitely get it. Because I think the base stealth knife does 3 damage. Or 2 damage. This would mean that it can kill basic Advent soldiers. So, stealth, throw, you don't have to get up close and personal, kills the enemy. Hopefully, they don't spot you. Now, I know sometimes, the reason I have to say hopefully is because there's still that chance where you'll just be like, oh, click, oh, you're spotted, even though there's no enemies around. Stupid stuff like that. But that's unlikely. I'm not sure how the stealth system works per se, but there's only a few abilities that actually say you won't be detected, and we'll get on to that later. Next, we have Demolition Expert. Demolition Expert blows up all explosive devices in a tile radius, and if possible, the soldier enters concealment. This can be really good, but also really bad. I've used this a few times and ended up killing some of my own soldiers. But it's right. It blows up any, an area, and can accidentally kill some enemies, and your soldier enters concealment. It works really well in that aspect. Next, we have Decoy, and that's when your concealment is broken for the first time, you spawn a mimic beacon at a random location in a 5-tile radius to your location. This gives your soldier a turn to survive, that he can run away and then enter concealment again. So good there. SpecOps Flashbang. Pretty much, they're automatically disoriented. They have a 30% chance to stun. Doesn't break your concealment. And yeah, that's all I can really say. It's pretty good because it doesn't break your concealment. Next, we have Marksman. Provides limited squad sight in a 4-tile radius belonging to your... Pretty much, it's squad sight, except you don't have to become a sniper to get it. And lastly is Recon. They have 30% less detection radius and +2 sight radius. That is really good, especially when mixed with another ability I'll get onto later on, called Carry and Conceal, that already lowers your detection radius. So that mixed with this can make your soldiers quite literally ghosts. So now we have both classes, and we're about to run them. Show you how they work. Here we have Kojo. He's going to be our SpecOps operative for today, and as you can see, he's got the whole Stalker Shadow stealth. Now you might notice some of these have these extra abilities here. That's because they were something else beforehand. We're not going to be using those abilities. So he can already see that. That's due to his Recon and his squad sight. But as you can see, he has... Oh, he can... You don't want to use that. He'll break his concealment. So I'm going to have him run up. Just scout it. So I'm just going to move him right here, so he can continue his scouting job. Oh, we noticed even more soldiers. Alright. Now see, this is where we're going to be able to use our SpecOps operative to the best of abilities. Now, since I gave him Phantom and not Carry and Conceal, which is the one that lowers it even more, he wasn't spotted. But I don't want him to get spotted right now, so I'm going to have him move right here. Moving out. he has an incredibly high critical chance. As you can see, he just did 10 damage. Now, the reason he is that small little portion is because there was an enemy looking at him. That is another factor in these ones. Both of those were at max damage. And it seems like he just mind controlled her.
Advent has almost cut off the transmitter from their network. We're running out of time.
So, we're going to activate Silent Takedown. And we're going to attempt to kill the second. If this works and he stays silenced, he did kill it.
By the numbers.
And we're gonna see right here, did he stay still? No, he did not. He is revealed, sadly. But as you can see, his decoy beacon just activated because he was spotted. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and Demolition Expert.
About to get burned to a crisp!
That should have exploded, by the way. So, I'm just saying, because
Solid copy.
It should have exploded. Actually, let's see if it explodes next turn. That's a weird bug. Usually it actually explodes. Now, that probably would have killed him, but you get to see the basic abilities they have. The rest of them are pretty much stat bonuses again. Silent Takedown. I like the cool effect he adds. And, actually, oh, thought it was going to be invisible when he did it.
Signal confirmed. X4 charge.
You got SpecOps, which is your infiltrator, per se. Anything I would really change? SpecOps does need its own sort of conceal ability. It is based a lot around his throwing knife and his stealth knife. And a lot of those abilities or items are really good. I do just like the fact that sometimes you can just be randomly spotted due to the Reaper system. Because Reaper, like, I've had it where I've killed, like, an enemy just by himself. And I've been spotted. And I'm like, I stabbed him in the back with a knife. He was the only one. No one saw me. I'm spotted. Stupid stuff like that. But that's the way he did stealth overhaul in general. But then again, War of the Chosen with the Reapers, you're using a rifle. Throwing knives, as you saw, were really good. They're really good at taking out enemies at range. And it's like a stealth knife. Except it's in pistol form. The pistol form's a blade. You get the point.
Gosh, Archibald, do you think that enemy did or did not get the point?
Yeah, I think that enemy got the point.
Okay,
Yeah,
good to
I
know.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Nickredace, and I'll see you all in the next video. Nickredace.